Hey guys, Nick here bringing you a brand new Halo 4 gameplay commentary, and this is one of those videos where I'm just talking into my microphone. I don't have any gameplays playing in the background, it's just me spewing some words and hopefully making a decent video for you guys to watch. I want to quickly mention, I don't want to go into a big thing about this, but sorry for being inactive for the last 5 or so days. It's not been for any particularly exciting reason. I've just been way too exhausted to make a good video, and also, I've been struggling to think of video ideas. As you've probably noticed, I've been coming out with these sort of skits and not normal commentary videos, which you guys have seemed to absolutely love, and that's great because I'm going to continue doing them. But it's hard to constantly think of new ideas to do for them, so as soon as I think of an idea for one of those skits, I'll go ahead and make it and put loads of effort into it. But I don't want to, think of like a half-assed idea and then throw it together really quickly and not make a good video, if you know what I mean. And with those skits, I'm hoping to eventually see big improvements from every single one that I do. So I never want to make like a good skit and then a mediocre one. I just want to keep making them better and better, and hopefully get better as a YouTuber in whole as of doing that. It's also good for practicing my editing, because whenever I do a commentary I can do a wee transition here and there, but with those I actually have to sit down and cut clips and do loads of different crap and just make it look really cool. So it's also quite fun to edit them, so I really enjoy doing them. Topical commentaries, of course, they'll be continuing. I do have a couple ideas for a couple topical ideas, or topics should I say, that I'm going to be doing, but it's also very hard to think of them. As you probably all know, my channel is a little bit different from the regular Halo channel. A lot of the regular Halo channels just talk about the game, they don't really go into more personal things and personal topics, which is what I enjoy doing. And that's a good and bad thing. Obviously, a lot of you guys, Halo's a bit of a weird community in the sense that they're really about the game. Like, you can be in the Halo community, but a lot of the people are in it because they just want to hear about the game. And I know that my particular videos, I could talk over any gameplay really, and it wouldn't really make any difference what game I'm playing. But I just love Halo, and I really love the Halo community, so that's why I choose Halo to be the game that I play the most and upload on my channel, because I want to be part of the Halo community, but I just don't really enjoy talking about the game that much. It's not Halo as a game I don't enjoy talking about. I just don't get my points across as well as a lot of other people do, so I don't even bother. You could talk about how sprint is a so-called bad thing a million billion times, but everyone else has also mentioned that 100 times, so I'm not going to go into that kind of thing. It's just not what I'm into. And also news, I'm not really a news kind of guy, so my channel is going to keep to more personal topics about real life stuff and issues that come up in my life that I want to talk about. So that's what I've always wanted my channel to be about. It's just a personal thing, which I've mentioned quite a few times now, but I'm just reiterating that. But today's topic, eventually getting into it took 3 minutes to get into today's topic, but I think all that had to be said is if I'm ready to make the switch or not. And before you go crazy and think, is Nick turning into a girl? Is he getting a sex change? No, nothing like that, nothing crazy. Am I ready to make the switch between Xbox 360 and the Xbox One? And, Xbox 360 has a lot of good memories for me. I've had my 360 since 2008, and that's 6 years ago now, which is insane. 6 years for anything at all, any hobby, anything at all in life is a long ass time. And even as nerdy as this sounds, my 360 has been such a massive part of my teenagehood. It's been there from the start of it to, now. I'm 19 years old now, so it's basically been with me since I was 13 years old to 19, as I'm about to turn 20 in November. So my entire teenage life was spent on the 360. And to some people that might sound like a waste, it may sound like, oh wow, you're such a loser, but to be honest with you, the Xbox has been more than just a video game thing. It's been more than just I hop on and waste my life on it. It's been a way to find a new hobby, which is YouTube. It's been a way to meet some of my best friends that I wouldn't have met any other way. Even if I don't live near them or see them every day, I still consider a lot of the guys I've met online my best friends, because I just get on with them so well, and I'm sure if I knew them in real life, I would definitely, be best friends with them. And I'm meeting some of them in London in Eurogamer in September. So people like Modest Major and my friends Jack and Johnny, which you don't know, well not Jack, but my friend Johnny, which you don't know, but they're all really cool guys, and I wouldn't have met them without YouTube and without Xbox. So it's definitely been a big part of my life, which I don't regret whatsoever. And I may go into topics someday talking about, is video game, can you grow out of it, but I'll save that for another video. But now that the time for the Master Chief Collection is coming around, that the Xbox One is going to actually be some use to me now, because honestly, every time I turn it on, I actually smell the dust in it burning away, because it just sits right now, it just gathers dust, and it's absolutely useless to me. But as soon as Destiny and the Master Chief Collection and a couple other games that are going to float around and come out around the October time, I'll definitely be using it a lot more. And the switch between the 360 and the Xbox One is going to be seamless. I love the controller, and it's just a great console. But I can't go without saying that I will absolutely, it's going to be such a disheartening, sad day whenever I, actually pack away my 360, because, once the Master Chief Collection comes out, I genuinely have no use for it. And obviously there's games for the 360 that aren't for the Xbox One, but honestly the only games I really play nowadays is Halo, so, I won't really have much use for it anymore at all. And 360 is just, it's been there, whenever I just want to escape, and that sounds weird. Like I've never been depressed, I've never been unhappy with my life, but if I've ever just wanted to be in my own head, if I've ever just wanted to get away from everyone, 360, I'll just hop on it, play it, and just have a load of fun on it, and I'll sort of take my mind off school, because throughout my entire school life, I'm not a dumb guy. Well, I hope I'm not a dumb guy. But throughout my school life, I was just one of those guys that just never clicked. Education just never got along with me, and I never really learned things as quickly and as easily as other people. Obviously, I'm not stupid. I didn't do that great in my exams, but I've worked my ass off, and I've sort of, clawed my way back to actually having decent grades and stuff like that now. I do have some qualifications now, but it's just because I had to put the actual work in, because I just don't click with things as easy as some other people, which is unfortunate, but, it's just what happens to me. And that may sound like a massive excuse for being lazy, but, believe me or not, it doesn't really matter. But 360, it's always been there. I just played it a ton. But hopefully I can make more memories on the Xbox One. Maybe it'll be a little bit different now that I'm a lot older than whenever I got my 360. But maybe I'll understand things and be able to have better memories now that I'm not a dumb little 13-year-old. And if you're 13, I do apologize, but every 13-year-old, even me, I was probably the biggest dumbass when I was 13 years old. So don't get offended. I'm pretty sure when you all turn 19, if you're not already 19 or older, then you'll be a great guy, just like me. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to playing the Xbox One, obviously because everything will look better. The graphics are going to be insane. Dedicated servers. I'm not going to say 1080p because it's the Xbox One. Xbone, haha, screw you, Xbox, PS Nation. Nah, forget that. But yeah, so it's going to be cool, and hopefully the Xbox One will be just as good as the 360 was to me, and I'll have some great memories on it with some of you guys, some of you subscribers, or just random people watching this video. But that's one thing I really want to do in the Xbox One now that it's dedicated servers. The biggest issue with the 360 was connections on games. It was near enough impossible to play with some people just because you lagged or it was just poo. But now with the Xbox One with dedicated servers, I shouldn't have any of those issues, so I don't have any excuse not to play with anyone. So yeah, that's basically this video in a nutshell. Just me talking about why I was inactive, the Switch, which is coming soon from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One. And let me just tell you one thing: if you're sort of contemplating whether to get the Xbox One or not, I highly recommend it. I would say wait either until Destiny comes out or just wait until November, because a lot of people like myself ran out and got it straight away, which was really dumb. I wish I'd waited, because I would have got the Sunset Overdrive edition or whatever, the Halo edition, and got the 1TB version without the Kinect. Because now I'm sat with this 500 gigabyte Xbox with Kinect, and I love the Kinect. I think it's awesome, but I don't really use it that much, so it's a bit of a waste. But save your money until November if you want, and go out and get one then, and we can have some great fun. If you're sort of thinking maybe I should switch to PlayStation, yeah, it's whatever you want, but I'm a Halo fanboy until I die, so I will follow Microsoft as long as they have Halo, which is pretty dumb, I guess, to follow a company because of one game, but I'm a bit of an addict when it comes to Master Chief. I do love him. Maybe I'll change over to a female, which I mentioned earlier. I'm not even gonna go there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. If you're excited to switch over to the Xbox One, if you're scared, if you're gonna miss your 360, or if you're thinking good riddance, screw the 360, it's all about that Xbox One. Let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Promise videos will be continuing very frequently coming from now, starting from now. I just had a very long week and filled week with work, so yeah, that's my excuse over. No more excuses. I'm thinking about doing some Halo 3 live commentaries, as I do plan on doing a lot of Halo 3 content when the Master Chief Collection comes out. I'll still be doing a lot of Halo 2 Anniversary. That'll probably be my main game to start with on that. And I also got Halo 2 Vista sorted out on my computer, thanks to Delementary, so I'll be playing quite a lot of that. So that's basically Halo 2 in 1080p 60 FPS, which is just awesome. So hopefully I can get some videos done with Delementary and even with myself. So that'll be pretty cool to see, hopefully in some great quality, and it'll also get me used to playing some Halo 2 before the actual game comes out. But before I spew on and throw more words out of my mouth, which I don't know what I'm saying, I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!